2020.
The year of turbulence.
The year of change.
The year of innovation.
The transition to work from home happened pretty quickly, and we used Zoom for a little while until the business could get Teams set up. Teams was interesting and didn't have much of a learning curve. However, I don't think anyone has learned how to use the microphone button yet.
Working from home certainly threw up a few new interesting dilemmas. Which app do I use? Zoom, Skype, Teams, Slack, 8x8, all of the above depending who you were talking to at any given time. How do I blur my background, or even still add an interesting background to hide the embarrassing mess that's directly in the line of sight of my webcam?
One of the bigger challenges I found as a BA was running workshops over Teams. Made it difficult to assess any of the nonverbal communication, identify those quiet people in the room who had something to say. So we used the chat as much as we used the video or voice conferencing, and also lean into that silence that would occur in those meetings that would sometimes be uncomfortable, and allow everyone really an ample amount of time to raise their question or comment.
The work from home team site was there to make sure that we could actually help engage with each other, to make sure that we could communicate. We knew moving into isolation that the hardest part for us was to keep together as a team. And it's one of the strongest points we have, I believe, within Expose. It's our capability that we have to coordinate and work together to achieve outcomes.
To maintain and foster some socialization during work from home, we made sure we had our daily stand-ups and that we also had some Friday night drinks over Teams where everyone could try out custom backgrounds on their video chat.
So how'd we use the team site? Well, we created things like, what was my desktop setup from home?
I ended up having to commandeer my kids' computer area for a few days until I could set up my own station and some dedicated space in the house where I could focus on the tasks and the work.
I've had to get a heap of stuff. Had to get a heater, a new stand-up desk,
anti-fatigue mat, 2 new desk chairs, me and the plus one, 2 new monitors, a new multi-port dock, new mouse and keyboard set,
new cordless headphones, a laptop stand. Should we all be getting one of those home microphone setups like Rogan's got? Seriously, that guy must have worked in radio. No, I didn't win lotto during COVID, but how good is online shopping?
We shared humorous articles and memes and things that we found just to try and help everybody alleviate any feeling of isolation that they were experiencing. We also provided advice and guidance to those of us who hadn't actually set up or worked from home before. We were able to sort of communicate and talk with each other over what was the best way to work, or laugh over, some of the scenarios and strategies people were using to accommodate and work from home. Especially with those of us with families, because we were suddenly thrown together not only in isolation by ourselves, but you suddenly had partners working from home as well. You had kids who were coming home from school, and they had to work from home as well.
Yeah, and then the husband. He's not new, but oh my god. He also transitioned to a work from home arrangement in March, but then decided to change jobs just as restrictions were ramping up. His new role obviously required him to talk loudly and often, ask me for help on all things IT related every day, ask me for help on how to format a table in Word every day, ask me for help on how to use Teams and SharePoint every day.
By being able to sort of have a forum which enabled us to engage with others who are experiencing similar things, I think it helped in part to actually get us through this sort of process.
All in all though, I have been very fortunate to be working at such a flexible and fast adapting client site who has embraced working from home and even discovered many unintended benefits from the experience.
Everyone got thrown into the same boat at the same time, client or Expose, and we all worked our best to make it work successfully, and we did very well from it.
It's really cool to be a part of the Expose team. I'm no longer the newest member, but I am still the youngest. I'm very lucky that I was partnered with one of our senior consultants to be my mentor. I've grown so much since I've started, and I feel really supported as a young person just starting out their career. This has been a crazy year for everyone, but I've been very lucky that I have worked on some really cool projects. I've learned a lot from those projects, and I really hope that I can use those skills that I've learned in the future to show off something cool, and also kind of just to smush everything together for all the things I've learned over this past year.
2020 has been a roller coaster year. Being in Melbourne, where we had a stricter and a longer lockdown than the rest of Australia, it was really difficult not to feel disconnected. You wouldn't see familiar faces on your commute into the office, around the office, or even on your coffee run. But funny enough, I felt more connected to the team in Adelaide, because suddenly everyone was using Teams meetings, Zoom calls and the like. So I was seeing everyone a lot more frequently than I would under normal circumstances. So it was really fun to get to know the team and to share some laughs on our Friday calls, playing silly games and recommending ridiculous series to binge. So with 2020 nearly done, I think it went way better than I expected it would, but I'm excited for 2021 and what it holds for us.
Having a team across multiple states was always going to be difficult from a change in culture perspective. I like to think we managed it as a company really well because we were all going through the same thing at the same time. But when restrictions changed across the states, that brought about a different set of challenges. Whilst we were celebrating being able to return to the office in one state, another state was in lockdown for the foreseeable future. We were always conscious of including those in lockdown.
And then there's, of course, the packages that I would receive throughout lockdown, which really made me feel considered and part of the team. And that was really unexpected, but amazing.
On one hand, we were so excited about seeing each other in person, but we were all so desperate and still are to have the whole family together again. And we're hoping that we'll be able to do that one day very, very soon. So what was it like to come back to the office again? It was like Christmas morning when I was 10 years old, but with social distancing and lots of hand sanitizer. Everyone was so excited and really valued and appreciated the fact that we could work side by side again and mix up our work environment. The collaboration was easier and the jokes just that little bit more funnier in person. As a team, we always work hard and we have fun together. We were very lucky to have planned and held our first team event for the year just before lockdown. Oh, how things changed quickly. But as things started to go back to normal, we held our first event in Adelaide, which was a mini end of financial year dinner, where we got the team together, dialed in the people that couldn't be in South Australia. We were able to have a very talented magician and mentalist, Matt Tarrant, perform for us. That's when things started to feel a little bit more normal. And I was happy to be able to celebrate our strength and success as a team during these difficult times, as well as support local talent. It enabled us to reflect on what a mammoth change we've experienced in a half a year, and that despite that, we as a team and individuals have achieved a lot and our business has grown. It is also good to see that our efforts are being recognised with various awards and nominations, both at the business level and the individual level, as well as the awards we've won for our solutions. I couldn't be more proud if I tried. To say 2020 has been atypical is an understatement. It has certainly been the year of turbulence, change, and innovation. It challenged our norm and forced us to push through our limits, but with adversity comes unforeseen opportunity. As we come to the verge of 2021, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our clients and our partners for your continuous support and for seeing the value of data during this difficult time. We look forward to working shoulder to shoulder with you next year, albeit 1.5 metres apart, and helping your business maintain its edge through the use of data. And to our forever fantastic Purple Peaks, thank you for your resilience, your dedication and your persistence in riding the crazy COVID change wave, whilst at the same time delivering innovative and award-winning solutions for our clients. I can't wait to see what the future holds. Thank you.